And welcome back to The Sims 2. We are back in the world of Crystal Springs. We are joining the Sage household, who have just moved in to one of the largest lots that you can have in the game. Starts off costing $18,500, so that's where all their money got spent on purchasing property. And that is why their shower is on the back of the house, because they don't have a big enough bathroom to have a full bath in the house. The Sages consist of Samuel, his wife Sylvia, and their teenage daughter Sydney. They are a very outdoorsy, athletic kind of family who will enjoy taking vacations to Three Lakes. They're campers. They like camping. Samuel starts off as a private detective. He's supposed to be a detective in law enforcement, but the law enforcement career was not available during this play session. Sylvia goes into education. She starts off in the business career, but she never actually goes to work for a single day. So, they both have to work. Even Sydney works for 3 days before I had her quit her job because she got so far behind on homework, and I don't want her flunking. Her mother is academic, so she pushes her daughter to be academic as well. Sydney's job is to focus on doing well in school. And her measly $56 a day wasn't going to cut it. It wasn't going to bring in enough to justify having her work and sacrifice her school. Or stress her out to unimaginable levels because she has to work and go to school. She doesn't need that. I ride the struggle bus for a little bit here at the beginning, but eventually I get my feet under me and we start to get things figured out. This is going to mostly be minimal commentary from me, which is pretty typical for my Sims 2 videos. This is a long play. This is just basically straight up gameplay you listen to from behind your eyelids to go to sleep. And I just get to play The Sims. So because this is a world that I made, you're gonna eventually know all of the people. Diana just came over. So you're gonna get to see all of the families that I create for this world. And they're all gonna probably show up in one another's episodes, because they're all gonna be neighbors. So even when we're not playing Diana and Dorothy, you'll still see Diana and Dorothy, I'm sure. And now Sid's looking for a job. I forget what career I had her take. I think she was in the Slacker career as a record store. Basically a retail worker for a little bit. Because when the only thing you have for fun is writing in your diary or sitting on the floor and reading books, you know you're poor. And these folks are poor at this point. The Sims are obsessed with writing in their diary or jumping rope like Diana's about to do. In The Sims 4, it's doing push-ups. I do have free will on. I just, yeah, they do have free will to do things on their own. Which is not how I ever used to play The Sims 2. It's not how when I play by myself. I play without free will because the things they do on their own piss me off. But also in The Sims 2, if you don't have the free will on, some of the fun quirkiness gets bled out of the game. Like, you miss out on a lot of autonomous interactions that are fun to observe. I don't know what sniggles means. I used to know Simlish when I was a kid. Like, I had deciphered what a lot of the words meant. Because I spent hours playing this game and hours listening to these Sims talk. Sylvia starts as our primary homemaker, but as time goes on, I realize that's unfair and unsustainable to Sylvia, and I like Sylvia a lot. So Samuel and Sydney eventually step up and start helping out. Because Sylvia's just working herself to death at a certain point, trying to work and maintain the house. I cut out the nights because I didn't figure if you're sleeping, why do you need... We don't need to sleep with the Sims, but I was one way to make the episode a little shorter, and this one's still going to be a long one because I played for a long time. See, they really got to get that shower into an actual room so that Samuel doesn't have to see his naked teenage daughter when he goes out for the newspaper. Like, he could have just used the front door. Actually, I think there's something blocking the front door, which is why for a while they stopped using it and started using the back door, and I think eventually it got fixed just by the nature of the fact that the house eventually expands and we make things bigger, but I don't remember what is blocking. There's a painting or something up on the wall, I think, that is somehow stopping them from using the front door. I noticed it at one point, and I just don't remember what it was. But I never did anything about it. I really hated forcing Samuel and Sylvia to sleep in separate beds, but they didn't have the money or to expand their bedrooms so that they could share a bed. And they survived it. It was a temporary living condition, and we knew it. Eventually, Samuel's job would start really providing for the family. Sylvia as well, as she climbs her career ladder. It'll be interesting to see who ends up making the majority of the money. It will depend on if Samuel ever gets to switch over to the law enforcement career. There's no, like, rules or goals here. Like, I'm just playing The Sims 2. That's all this is. It's not a challenge or anything. We're not doing rags to riches in this one. I mean, we're just doing basic build a house, start playing the game, do the best you can to survive. Yay, capitalism simulator. And now, Sylvia's off to work. No, Sid's all going off to work. Yeah, because Sylvia goes first thing in the morning. She's the first one off to work, because she's the first one home in the afternoons. And they really need a kitchen sink, so I don't have to wash up sandwiches in the bathroom sink. But we made do with what we had for the time being because we didn't have a choice. Make the best of what you've got. In this game, you frequently have to. It takes me a minute to get Samuel's career off the ground. Like he didn't really require anything for a promotion, but just managing his mood enough so that he went to work in a good enough mood was a challenge. And I knew he did need logic skills, so I'm starting to look at, well, then I end up getting their desk so that I can put the computer out that Cindy got from Rod Humble, because we can use that to our advantage. And we do. Samuel takes up novel writing as a hobby on the side to make a little extra income. So I decided I wasn't content with just earning money through the careers, because it wasn't coming fast enough. So it doesn't like the desk. I mean, fair, it's kind of gross. It's covered in paint splatters. Didn't know you had such bougie taste, Sid. So yeah, it's time for work. I got tired of listening to Carpool Honk. Just like I also get tired of listening to the phone ring when everybody's gone during the day. In Sydney, go to school. Now they're using the back door because someone's blocking. Samuel just used the front door though, so I don't know why Sims route the way they do. Bear in mind, as this Let's Play series goes on, I am just getting back into The Sims 2. It's been decades since I last sincerely played. Like, I used to know how everything worked. I don't anymore. So if you know any tips or tricks, and you notice that I'm doing something wrong, essentially, I'm all ears. Let me know in the comments below. Or maybe there was just a thing I never knew about it back in the day. Like, there's plenty of things like that. I decided to have him be a mystery novelist. And that was largely what he was reading, not just, I don't know, seemed true to his character. He wants to have a baby. Sydney wants to go to college, and that's what we're definitely going to try and get her off to university. Not a huge push for that right now. With his veteran detective partner, Samuel is sent to investigate a missing pet. A local family says that their cat, Buster, has disappeared before finishing its breakfast, which it usually eats very quickly. Samuel's partner decides the first two things to do are question the family further and investigate the cat's breakfast. Which should Samuel volunteer to do? He's going to do breakfast. As Samuel digs through the wet cat food, he notices a small trail of food leading into the bathroom. When he opens the toilet, he discovers that Buster managed to climb into the toilet and pull the lid down, trapping himself in the bowl. Samuel returns a rather wet Buster to a relieved family. Back at headquarters, Samuel is given a promotion for cracking the case. For doing something that they could have done themselves. Promoted to private eye, nice.
Bota, meu mi. Xixia, masova. Sul sul. Kaluta mi.
Iya basho. Stafa puntitishu. Emo, bobo mo asia. Quattro la budala. Fe la bubu.
Finally got a chess table so that Samuel can get his logic skill. That way he can get a promotion and
Tiwane.
get us some more money.
Shit.
Sylvia's off to work. Sid will be off to school here soon. Everybody got real into like literature and reading and stuff as well. Like they're outdoorsy, but they're also academic, so like, and reading books were the only thing they really had for amusement. Like they have the computer, but none of them are all that computer savvy, other than Samuel using it to write novels. It has a utilitarian purpose to bring us in some extra income. And now the house is empty. She's doing terribly in school. Yeah, well, you haven't done homework in 3 days, because you haven't had time. And if you want to go to college, you're going to have to do well in school.
Clover, Nukashipala.
A couple times I had Sydney try to play video games as like her hobby, but it's just not. She's active. Her personality, it doesn't give her much fun.
Renichi. Tiga Flominish.
And here is the reason for why I even started this, playing this family, Meadow Thayer. I got a wild hair up my ass and wanted to play as Meadow, as a homeless teen, basically. But you can't just put her into the world from the sim bin because she doesn't exist there. She's just a townie. So you have to get to know her. Your teens have to befriend her at school. So Meadow is eventually going to join the family. At first through cheats and not the correct way, so she disappears at one point when I had to pause and reload, and then eventually she is here permanently. I cheat to bring her in, as well as cheat to give the family 20,000 like she would have brought in with them in The Sims 4, because the family needs all the help they can get, and this is not a challenge of any kind, so we're not doing a financial challenge of any kind, so I thought that she should bring 20,000 in to, we could really use it, so that we could all comfortably live here. But yeah, they are taking in Meadow, because that's what Samuel and Sylvia would do. They would not be okay with a teen being homeless when they could offer their home to that classmate of Sydney's. And then Sydney gets a sister. Kind of, sort of, not really, because I think there's going to be a romantic thing between Meadow and Sydney, so that'd be a little fucked up. And I never really imagined Sid as romantic with anyone, but for me, it weirdly makes a lot of sense that her and Meadow would. That they're both kind of outdoorsy. And that's the other thing, is Meadow fits into this family. Except that she was just very mean to Sylvia for some reason. All of a sudden. So now I'm getting Samuel and Sylvia their bed. Eventually the room that Sydney is sleeping in becomes a bathroom, and the bedroom that Samuel and Sylvia have becomes Meadow and Sydney's room. Like, the house really grows. We get a garage, we get a...
Fla, Jamuga.
Chess really becomes a thing for the family, because it's one of the other things they can do besides read books.
Kish Dolavokoshaman. Lamu o. Mucha
Blasto asiem bugadia tisho.
lova. Ah, Jamuga.
Sunt tossa hivelto. Uobi nella sciutti.
Fichako. Nipo Ramala.
Caluta mia vasciu. Stafa puntitici.
Visto? Chibo Koshama.
Opa u hashi unduike. Krang pao.
Kachibo Volamo.
Naci shun na tisis. Se shun za le bufa.
Fichako. Nipo Ramala.
Opa u hashi unduike. Sti krang pao huindis.
Monodovo. Ah, Jumbo.
Knock knock knock. Ah, Abnogo. Opakwo. Dijna.
Vash. Bacala vasha tu pinguadala. Stica. Cipo. A fine tave fita molto tisci. Danguate. Guardati. Bava ton tisci. Ti vedi min. Hafa tu scega. A fine tave fita molto tisci. Danguate. Guardati. Basta di che merda. Che le cuga. Tonali.
See, the shower has at least moved inside, because we were able to expand the bathroom a little bit. Let's get Meadow over, because I try for a little bit to move her in through the game, but I don't know that you can ask a teen to live with you. Maybe you can, and I just don't remember how to do it. Again, anybody who either is a Sims 2 expert or just has more current experience with the game, let me know how to do that in the future, going forward. Like, do you have to become best friends with someone before they can live with you? Or how does that work? Or what do I need to be looking for when I'm looking in the pie menu?
Jijin. Savna. Dode. Zo Richard.
Just being able to put the shower in the house was a quality of life improvement.
Dodi.
Oh,
Korhida.
Chanda.
Lazo Maniga.
Keep
Blag.
Next, we need to expand our kitchen. Get an extra chair at the table, get a kitchen sink. I also did cut out most of the build section, so when I do the real big renovations, you won't see that. If you want to see that in a separate video, let me know. I can put that together for you. But this video was already going to be long enough, so I took it out. Because it was a significant chunk. Why do Sims salute in this game all the time? Bringing metal back over. So I was really trying to bring her into the house without cheats. We haven't got there yet. Samuel, that's your wife. You've seen her naked before. You made a baby with her. Screaming like that makes no sense, sir. That's not that big of a surprise. She's in the bathroom. Are you pregnant? She is not pregnant at this point, is she? Maybe she is. Did they already woohoo? And they may have. Because yes, spoiler alert, they're gonna have another baby before the end of this video. We're growing the family. Samuel wanted to have another kid, and then as soon as I got the double bed, it just made sense. Let's make a baby. I guess. I wasn't paying much attention in my rewatch of this, if they woohooed, but maybe they did. My real focus was having Sydney convince Meadow to come live with him. Because I wanted to be able to play as Meadow. That was really the whole driving force behind this, is that I wanted to play this homeless teen Meadow Thayer, and that didn't work out, so I made the Sages instead, and decided, alright, well, just keep playing more and making more Sims 2 content. So here I am, trying to figure out how to get her to move in, and eventually I'm just going to cheat it. I think I make her selectable, which does not... It gives you temporary control of them, but if you leave the lot, or whatever, if they get removed from the household, you have to move them in more permanently with cheats, or...
Maluko. Bonda Vachakanakal. Himokora. Oska Vumi Choma. Yakli. Korbala Kodromoka. Hitoko Posofa Koshumaka. Chamoka. Nakatako Shi. Bakaka Fush. Kawashkano. Hita. Kasako. Manu.
I also think eventually I want to get them a dog, maybe even a cat, like, they would be pet people. In The Sims 4, they had a Saint Bernard named Whiskey, so I want to get them another dog. Because while Sydney was in university, she was taking care of the dog. She went to school she lived at home while she went to school to become a marine biologist. Which we might do in this as well. She might go into the oceanography career. Because, see, we just added her. Make selectable, but that's not permanent, so we'll get that fixed in the next scene.
Cootie.
And right now they don't even have the money to buy groceries, which I quickly realized, which is largely the impetus for why I give them the 20,000 that Meadow technically moves in with.
Scusa.
Non lo sai, quando così di.
No groceries. Thought maybe I could order like $57 worth of groceries and leave it at that, but turns out you have to spend at minimum like... Well, I guess they only did like 27. You need like 57 to at least order groceries. So then I decided that, alright, they're getting 20,000 from Meadow. Because we gotta expand the house so that she has a place to sleep and live. Took me a minute to remember how to cheat in The Sims 2. And I accidentally give them 200,000 first. Like, no, we don't need that. I mean, that's nice, but No, we're not going totally crazy. Like, I do want to earn their money naturally, but sometimes, in order to keep myself invested, you just have to cheat in a sum of money so that their lives can improve. And now they can buy groceries, and they can add on to the house. But you don't have to watch any of that. And that way Meadow can make some food for everybody. As a way to say thank you for letting me come live with you.
Non lo sai? Roba così di?
Yes, Sylvia is absolutely pregnant at this point. I mean, it's not overly noticeable, but...
Sana kayma?
Alright, now you can see that the house has expanded a little. Sydney's old bedroom has been turned into a bathroom. They have a garage with a car that they're going to fix up. And another car in front that Samuel can use when he misses the carpool. Samuel and Sylvia's bedroom has been moved off the back of the kitchen. They have an easel. Things have really... The kitchen table's too close to the fridge and the counters, and it takes me a minute to realize that. I need to back it off. Eventually I do that. But like, they have trouble routing around the table and chairs there. And this isn't even the final form the house takes. That back patio section becomes the living room den that touches on the garage, which has like a bit of a shop section in it, so that for the chest table. Meadow, relax. What's going on? No, we need a kitchen sink. So let's get the kitchen sink. Painting is one of Meadow's hobbies. And she wants to be able to help bring in some fun money for the family since they took her in. And that's her way of contributing. Not that she has to, but she wants to. And she wants to paint anyway, so... Girls are off to school.
Lugna, Bangladesh.
I think by this point, Meadow has been moved in with cheats officially. See, they've added on to the garage, so now they've got some exercise equipment. And the chess table's inside. It's been snowing, like, I played so long, it became winter. And I guess while I was recording this, my mic was on. I don't remember that, but... So, sorry, you're gonna hear me coughing a little bit. I took a break in the middle of this recording, and when I came back, I must have turned on my mic and just didn't realize it. Maybe it was only on for a very brief minute. I intend to keep my mic off as much as possible now when I'm recording gameplay, because I record the commentary later, so that my desk fan is not in the background of my videos. The desk fan has to be running when I'm playing games because my computer will overheat and explode. It's a laptop, it was not made for this. I'm making it do it, and it's doing fine, but it was not built for this. It was built for making Word documents. That's what this laptop was built for. It was not built for serious gaming or content creation. But yeah, the house still has one more transformation to go through. I decided I would improve the desk. Didn't get a different chair yet. I like how in The Sims 4, when you put a chair on something, it basically becomes part of that item. And you can just pick it up and move everything all at once. Sims 2 doesn't work that way. Like, the chairs will slide in, but you can't pick it all of it up at once and just move it around. There's so many small quality of life things like that. Okay, so here's where I add in the area that becomes the den. Yeah, I guess no, my mic was still on, unfortunately. So I'm moving the back door back there. Because I didn't like that the TV was like right in the way. Get rid of the windows. And all of their walls are sage green, except for the garage. And I learned after my episode with Dan and Dorothy about making sure that the roof is always put on. And lights, because at the beginning of this, we really didn't have any lights at all. It's still kind of dark. But also, I don't think the lights are on. House is coming along pretty nicely. We still have a baby room to add on to the side of Samuel and Sylvia's room. And then I get some pet stuff here because I'm thinking about getting them a dog already. And I wanted to be prepared. It's like, well, they have the funds for it. Let's expand the family a little more. Even though I know a baby is on the way. Yeah, you can tell she's pregnant now.
Guarego! Lingua!
Congrats, Samuel.
Guaketonne, guatash! Guareto, magiatato!
Look at that, Sid's doing really well in school. Meadow's on the verge of a mental breakdown. When she first moves in, she has a job. But eventually I think I have her quit her job because she doesn't need it. Because they want her to focus on school too. Four people is becoming a lot. In this game, it's much significantly harder the more Sims you have. In The Sims 4, I upped the difficulty by just continuously having babies and making myself have more things to do. Because it's too easy otherwise. I think that's Meadow's carpool. Yeah, I think she just missed work. That's fine. I'll be honest. Yeah, Samuel's sitting there reading a book or whatever. I was afraid for a second that he was just standing out front. But I do have free will on, so he would eventually do something of his own free will. Yeah, and like they have a shower tub combo in the second bathroom. They end up getting another bathroom. Samuel and Sylvia get their own ensuite.
Why not?
Because they need it. And they feel they deserve it. Very pregnant now, look at her. That's why I decided to have her quit her job. Samuel's finished off another book. Realized the dog food bowl is in the way of the phone. And they now have a burglar alarm. Because burglars in The Sims 2 are a problem. Need to move that dog food bowl. Yeah, he can't.
Hey, Gorshak!
I didn't realize it while I was playing that Meadow was standing there and couldn't get to the phone.
Elaganda!
But he needs to take that call so he can get paid for that book.
Kita zomze, I am the Toshtate zomze, I will look at the bossy.
I like the royalties system in The Sims 4, the way that it tracks it. And you get paid for 6 weeks. Every day. It's not just one lump sum payment that you get. I also liked in The Sims 3 that even when you mastered a skill, there was still some skill challenges you could finish after the fact. It made continuing to use a skill worthwhile. You didn't just max a skill and then you were done. Like in The Sims 4, you can continue to use it to make money. And quit your job, Meadow. We don't need you to work. We're doing fine. That initial 20,000 really helped us out. Improved quality of life so everybody could get promotions and... We don't get a dog yet, but... Suggestions on what kind of dog you think the sages would get in the comments below.
Machi shuna thesis.
I've changed the kitchen table and I've moved it out back. Opened up the kitchen space a little bit more. I'm really happy for them. They've come a long way. This is much cozier than what they had previously. And now we're going to pop out a baby. Cutscenes were always one of my favorite parts of this game. Hello, baby Scott. Baby boy. Well, everybody welcome Scott to the family. In The Sims 4, when Samuel and Sylvia decided to have kids again, another kid, I wanted them to have one kid. I wanted them to have a singlet. They wound up with triplets. That's how they got Greg, actually, Caden, and Scott. Changed my mind about the pet dog. We're gonna put the baby out here. Doesn't stay that way, but that's how it starts.
Savka.
Plug him up! Lucky
Lucky
go!
I don't know if they'll continue to have kids. They may not. We'll see.
Shonda, Dorbo, Vilga. Valachivala mano, Jamoravala, Falorza. Javagocha, Takola, Shonda, Dorbo, Samba Donno, Javalamano, Jonathan, Alano Sugar. Javagocha. Zavagocha, Takola, Mono, Savka, Nachapolo, Caramani, Mbulaka, Shonda, Rogo, Vil, Violet, Samba Donno. Digga Flominish.
Semi-autonomously went to feed Scott. Which is one of the other benefits of having free will, is that I don't always have to remember to do that and check on... I'm not the best parent to a baby. I prefer the children in teen life stages. When I was a teen playing this, most of my Sims were teens. Samuel's gotta get started on another book, cause we just had a kid, so gotta bring in some extra money. Write another detective novel.
Ashas.
If you have any other Sims 4 families from my previous Let's Plays that you would like to see make a return, let me know as well. There probably isn't anyone, because you probably didn't watch my Sims 4 content if you're currently watching my Sims 2. Totally fine. Or if there's a pre-made family in a world that you want me to make a video on, let me know what you want to see. Yeah, I think this is when I decided to start to add in a baby room for Scott. Literally all the walls are sage green. Nobody gets a choice. your favorite color is sage green, whether you want it to be or not. Building in The Sims 4 is so much better. So much easier, so much more intuitive. This is fine, but oh, I wanted to maybe change it too, because yeah, I've got the crib. Samuel, I need you to pick him up. So I can move his crib, and then you can put him back in his crib. The lighting in this game, though, is better. Like, 4, the lights, a lot of the base game lights especially, don't do shit. Put a lamp in a room and it's literally just that little corner. And you're just like, what was the point? Like, I use the subtle saucer lights in 4 all the time because they're the only ones that light up a room. Who's supposed to be going to work? Or are the girls supposed to be going to school? I think it was Samuel who just missed his carpool, but he can drive to work. Or maybe it was Sylvia. Way to go, Meadow. But she didn't want to sell a bad painting. She is struggling her ass. She's on the verge of aspiration failure. That is the one thing about this game, is that managing their aspirations and their wants and fears, it is a challenge. They have to work towards the thing that they ultimately want in life. If they don't, they're very unhappy.
Oh, Jing. Che, what the?
And then you can't get them to do anything.
Baton by Shinklovat, Grumbese, to
Kovici. Sifadosh. Majakon.
I haven't been spending enough time to pay attention to Meadow since she moved in.
Nibsoka. Kishavakala Saj. Kiba Javalaka Saj. Kanukala Fashusi.
Easter.
Yeah, it's middle of the week. I don't know why I haven't yet realized that somebody missed work. But they're doing well enough, like it. Yes, oh no, that's Samuel's carpool. That must have been Sylvia's then. But she also just gave birth to a kid, like, give her a break. Save often in The Sims 2. anytime you're playing a Sims game, save often. Because there is nothing worse than spending a couple hours making progress and then the game crashes or something and you have to do it all over again. That defeats me more than, or used to anyway.
Renichi, Galubachi.
Taking Meadow out on a little shopping trip here that I end up having to redo because I think no, I thought by now she had been moved in. Yeah, I took a break at one point and I put in a bunch of stuff in the world, bunch of locations, put in the kiosk because she wants a handheld gaming device and a cell phone and MP3 player, things like that. So I put in the Bon Voyage general store and added the phone kiosk from university so that she could go get those things. And I think this is what I realized, that I have to move her in. I have to cheat to move her in because when I try to go back home, the game, it won't let me. So I have to quit and go back. So all of this is for now, but I end up redoing it. But you won't end up seeing that. I don't know if I actually redid all of it, but again, just random moments where my mic was actually on. I don't understand why. I didn't notice that while I was... Oh, there must be a setting or something that it automatically... That's annoying. I need to fix that.
Oh, Kusha.
She's attracted to makeup and unemployment, so...
Molabi?
Loser lesbians, I guess. I had some money to burn, so I decided I'd let her buy some things. Buy some magazines.
Normally? Nukachi. Plummy, Kachota. Cavalota. Nichoka. Shimblo. Flatoka. Luki. Shiklu.
Or maybe that was the version where I redid it. Yeah, that was probably... because I had done all that once before, and Yeah, but I didn't record. Or I got rid of that. And I redid everything. So... yeah, I think that was me redoing the stuff that I missed out on earlier. Cause yeah, she is officially, she's here. Sid's trying to work on the car. I think they had a snow day, like it's, the snow is piled up pretty high. Decided to hire a repairman. They've got the money, so we're gonna take advantage of certain things like that. It's nice when you can actually afford to hire a repair person to come fix something instead of having to figure it out yourself. Meadow's really trying to spend time with both Samuel and Sylvia, get to know them so that her only connection to the family isn't Sydney, so that she actually feels like she's really a part of the family.
On your gut.
This is almost the final version of the house, but they're still adding on the half bath to Samuel and Sylvia's room. And I think any further alterations going forward will probably be a second floor. Because building basements in this game is next to impossible. I never could figure it out back in the day. And I don't think I'm probably gonna try it now. Okay, Meadow, that was disgusting. She does take up learning to cook a little. So that Sylvia's not the only one making meals. Sid even eventually starts learning to cook a little bit as well. It's good to build skills while they're teens. So that they can be prepared when they go out into the world as adults. And they don't have to start from scratch like their parents did. I like that they can leave the TV on, but I also wish they would turn the fucking TV off. And I wish that, like in The Sims 4, I could just turn it off for them. Like, I can do dishes for them, and I turn off the TVs and the stereos when they annoy the shit out of me. It seems about this time I'm getting sick and tired of them not having their own bathroom. Two bathrooms is enough, but they deserve their own space. you're not going to bed. Scott's awake. Gotta change his diaper. Taking care of babies in this game, though, is much easier than it is in 4 because the game isn't fucking broken. Infants in The Sims 4 are the bane of my existence. Like, I wanted the life state, but I didn't want it buggy as shit and broken as all get out. Here's Sydney, she's gonna make some breakfast. But we stay away from the stove, just because she doesn't have any cooking skill yet. Or at the very least, could there be a volume adjustment on the television? Jesus Christ, you all watch TV as loud as my dad does in real life. Are you all deaf? Because I'm about to be. So now we're adding in the bathroom for Samuel and Sylvia. The ensuite. No, I didn't want to copy the fridge. I want the wallpaper. Stupid game. Alright, I'll copy it from over here. This is absolutely the last renovation we make on the house for this episode. Roof. That ceiling light was technically floating for a moment. Didn't have enough for the shower tub combo yet. Let them go to work, and then we'll have the funds for it. Letting Sylvia sleep, apparently. Just... someone is in jeopardy of losing their job, and I think it's Sylvia. I don't know why I keep not letting her go to work. Was I paying any fucking attention to what I was doing? Jesus. I'm gonna start playing them again, and she's gonna get fired. Like, immediately, be like, what the fuck happened? Well, you're a dumbass, that's what happened. Sylvia's didn't go to work for several days in a row. Dumbass. Because raising a kid is... Maybe if she's on maternity, though, the carpool wouldn't be coming. Do I just not know how this shit works anymore? I mean, that's accurate, I don't. Repairman's here. Plus, if Sylvia does lose her job and becomes a stay-at-home mom, like, that is the other thing that she would do if she wasn't a teacher. She would just take care of the house and the home and raise the kids. But Samuel does not make quite enough money by himself to provide for all 4 of us. Actually, there's 5 of us. I'm not interested in money trees for them. But I do want to do secondary aspirations and things. Use my points. Well, with a fortune aspiration for Samuel, because I want him to make a little extra money. Meadow's doing well in school. Love that for her. She's so proud of herself. She should be. She's worked hard for it. Way to go, Sylvia.
Push economy, huh? Nico, Kenu. No hockey. Hoku, yeah.
Maybe Sylvia's been using vacation days or something.
Krabagalo.
Alright, well that's about gonna do it for this one. If you have enjoyed this content, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Because as always, we are working towards monetization on this channel, and every little bit you do really helps. And if you want to see more Sims 2, make sure to like the video. Let me know what you want to see more of. I will see what we can accommodate. I think Sims 2 is actually going to be a staple on the channel. I think I was kind of delusional when I thought that I was going to switch to survival games. Like, I'm still going to play those, but Sims 2 is definitely more my speed. It took me a minute to want to get back into it, though. And now that I'm there, I'm going to continue to make Sims 2 videos. I was just not interested in starting over from scratch, but that's also proving to be the fun part of it.
Zuvga, Shuvlikinato, Makosevi,
Makuja, Hamor, Sagajova,
Mako, Lapikra Post, Mikala Poziban, Zakiga, Zakush,
Nukla, Uncle, Ka, Loshka, Shonda, Takola, Hilacha, Sivalamano, Shonda, Zerbo, Zavagocha, Takola, Januka, Mani, Taramanu, Namno, Shonda, Zerbo, Hill, Falosa, Sivalamano, Jamona Balatava. Helena Puga!
Shoot. 21-1.
Tijuana, Morganu, Slavaho, Mifan, Shan, Reef Gadel, Morganu,
Haciendo.